Washington, and welcome to Southern Sass Chats. My guest today is a Broadway star, a singer, an actress, and oh my goodness, she's even starting her own business now, teaching others about the craft. Please welcome Laura Osnes.
Hello, Angie.
Hi, Laura. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful background you have.
Oh, thank you. This is my little studio room, music room. We are very thankful to have this here in Tennessee.
Yes. Oh, all the windows and lots of natural light. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. I love it.
Thank you. And thanks for having me today. I'm thrilled to be here.
I'm so honored to have you as my guest. I rewatched my first movie last night that I saw you in just to prep. I was like, let me go back and watch a Laura movie. And it was Raise a Glass to Love.
Oh, that was my favorite one, if I had to choose.
And I was thinking, I was like, I want to ask her favorite, but then people are usually like, well, that's, like with my books, it's hard to choose your favorite, but you always secretly have a couple that really kind of stand out for different reasons.
Totally. It's like your babies. You're like you can't choose your favorite child, but we that one in particular was really special. I think because Juan Pablo, my co-star, and I just got along famously, and the scenery was so beautiful. We shot in Kelowna, which is like the wine country of Canada, and like
Oh,
weather was perfect. The I loved the plot line. We got to eat amazing food and just experience just nature at its finest. So.
yeah. Oh, I was watching and I'm like, oh, I just love this movie. And I'm not surprised it's one of your favorites because you two seem to have just a natural chemistry. It seemed easy. It showed on screen that the two of you just seemed to flow really well and feed off of each other. And I really, really loved it. I really did.
Oh, thank you. Well, thanks for saying that. He was just like a breeze to work with. It came very naturally. And our director was really wonderful on that film and letting us play a little bit. It wasn't so rigid about sticking word for word of what was on the script. And so I think we both felt free
Mhm.
and we got to have a lot of fun. And I think that does show
It
in
does.
the final product. So thank you for saying that.
Yes, yes, I loved it. And last night you mentioned you're living in Tennessee, and last night you had a small performance there, correct?
I did.
Tell us a little bit about
Yes.
what you did last night.
My friends, two friends of ours, Douglas Waterbury Teagan and Annabelle, started a new musical theater group here in Nashville of new musical theater writers. So getting writers and performers to come together and share new work. And so I got to premiere a song from an animated feature that is currently in development. And we'll see what comes of it. But it was
Oh,
really fun to get to know that that type of artistry is happening here.
yes, there seems to be a lot happening in Nashville, and it seems like such a great, just like thriving cultural community for the arts. I mean, outside of the Grand Ole Opry and
Right.
country music and everything, there's so much more. I mean, there's like just a thriving theater scene. I've seen that you've done some regional theater there and some wonderful. Did you play Glinda in something there? It was in
I
Nashville.
didn't play Glinda. I just did a concert with my dear friend Carrie Manalakis, who has been Elphaba on the Wicked tour, and she's another Broadway alum who lives here and is a dear friend of mine. And we did a duet concert together where we got to share some material from Wicked. But I have
Yeah,
never actually played the role in the musical.
yeah, but I knew that, but I remember they reading that they came back around to you for that role, but you were already doing something else, maybe. Is that
Yes. Wow. Yes. I initially auditioned for Wicked when I was like in my early 20s back in New York City. I didn't get the role. And then 2 years later, I got a call with an offer to join the tour of Wicked. And at the time, I had another Broadway show in development and decided to stay in New York and stick with the show. But it is always fun to think, huh, I wonder what if my path
yeah.
had been different or if the timing had been different. But everything happens for a reason.
It does. Everything has the right course and the right reasons. And I think you would have made a wonderful Glinda, but I mean, I have heard you've made an amazing Cinderella and Bonnie from Bonnie and Clyde. So
Thanks.
let's start with a little bit about Broadway and the good experiences of that part of your life when you were so young. What was your first audition experience like?
Yeah, so I have a very unique story. I won a TV reality show in 2007 called Grease, You're the One That I Want. I flew to LA and stood in line with thousands of people and ended up winning the show. And the whole point of the show was to cast Sandy and Danny in Grease on Broadway. And so I won the role of Sandy. I made my Broadway debut at 21, playing Sandy in Grease for a year, and then went on to do five more Broadway shows in the coming 12 years that we spent in New York. And that was always my dream. Since I was 5 years old, I have wanted to be on Broadway. So I'm so thankful that that dream got to come true. And, I got to do it at such an elite level. And but that my first audition was on national television over a series of like 3 months. It was a lot of stress and pressure, but definitely worth it because my dream came true.
Yes, it did. And I mean, that's just such a career. I mean, just a milestone. I mean, you're in your 20s and you're doing all the things in New York, you're doing Broadway, all these great things. And then you find other roles that fit you now that you're, into your 30s. You get to do TV movies and you get to travel all over and do amazing things. So all of these experiences have just like cultivated this wonderful world that you're in. It just I watch your stories and the things that you post and I think, wow, she's really achieved so much at such a young age and you really
Wow.
really have. And you're one of my favorites. I love all of my guests for different reasons, but I just think all of the things that you've accomplished, it's just really amazing. And tell me a little bit about your travels this year and your experience for D-Day in Normandy and just some
Yeah.
of the special things that you've done this year.
Yeah. Thank you again for your kind words. I think it's so crazy being an artist, and we are never guaranteed work. And so we have to get scrappy and creative with how to fill our time and how to make money and how to continue to find ways to do what we love and share our gifts. And, I had a very blessed career in New York, but then moving to Tennessee was like, okay, like what's our new call? What's our purpose here? And so it's been a very exciting challenge to continue to find things to do. So thank you for saying that. This summer, I had a really beautiful travel itinerary that just kind of came my way. I got an opportunity to go to Normandy, France, and sing for a week of events leading up to the 81st anniversary of D-Day. And it was life-changing. We got to meet 100-year-old veterans who served. We visited Omaha Beach. I got to sing for like statue unveilings, and these statues will be here for, centuries to come. And I got to sing at the unveiling. Really moving experience. It was incredibly special to get to see the history and actually the respect for America in Normandy, and it was really really special. And then, well, no, I'll let you. I'll finish that. Period.
I saw that. Then I know you did a lot of fun travel also with your
Yeah,
family. And I know you're getting ready to travel again to
yeah,
go to Taiwan.
right.
I mean, did you have Taiwan on your bingo card for this year?
Definitely not. Absolutely not. So I had, again, the honor of performing on the Ritz-Carlton yacht cruise this summer
That's
through the
right.
Mediterranean and up the Adriatic Sea. And that was just really wonderful for 2 weeks, and then a family vacation in Tuscany to celebrate my dad's 70th birthday. And I just am like waking up, pinching myself, going, like, so again, so thankful for the means to travel and opportunities to get to do what I love and see the world at the same time. And then, yes, I have a concert. I'm leaving in just 5 days
Oh,
to head over to Beijing and Taipei for
oh,
a series of concerts out there with six other performers.
oh, wow. So amazing. So amazing. And by the way, that's right. Had forgotten you were doing the cruise because your trips sort of ran together there with your posts. And I thought you had the most fabulous wardrobe. First of all, I have to tell you that like there was a post you had, I think maybe Jen Lilly or somebody was commenting like best dressed. And that post, I went through each picture and that's before I even thought about doing the podcast because I literally just started this a few weeks ago. And I
Oh,
was like, oh my
congrats.
gosh, I think so. I was like, I want every single outfit that she has on. everyone.
I will say, and I gave credit. I had a dear friend that went through her closet and gave me a haul right before the trip. So I ended up taking some of her stuff. And then I do every once in a while I'll do Rent the Runway to get some stuff, like and particularly for performances and stuff. So I got some stuff from Rent the Runway on that as well.
So great. Friends with fashion sense are the best.
Totally. And I'm like, we're the same size? Fabulous. Like, love
Yes.
that. Keep those friends around.
That's right. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, your wardrobe was fire. So just so you know, you guys were, and your pictures with your husband. I mean, you two are an adorable couple, and you deserve so many good things that are all seeming to come your way. And I hope those blessings continue to come your way. And
We had a lot of fun coordinating our outfits, and he is absolutely my better half. And yeah, we just celebrated 18 years of wedded bliss in May. So
that's amazing. That's amazing. I think my husband and I have been together for 18 years, but married 14 back in the spring. So,
oh,
um, you know,
good for
marriage
you.
is an interesting journey. You learn to grow together and all the things. And you and
Absolutely.
your husband, speaking of growing things, you two are starting your own business together.
We
Stagecraft. Tell us a little bit about that.
we are. Thank you for bringing that up. And your shirt matches our logo here. I don't know if
Wow.
it's backwards. It's backwards for me. Maybe it will be for you guys too. But yes, so I have felt a call to help equip the next generation of aspiring stage artists for a holistic life on and off the stage, a successful life. Because it's going into the entertainment industry is no joke. It is a big decision. But those of us who love it and are passionate about it know that there's no other option. And so we've assembled an incredible group of Broadway Avengers, I'm calling them, just
Uh-huh.
because like an A team of fabulously experienced artists, in addition to being wonderful human beings, to all teach courses within their niche for our musical theater course that is launching this fall. And our hope is to grow and begin to cover many different disciplines of the stage, covering acting and improv and behind the scenes stuff, and getting more and more in depth into different stage crafts. But we are very excited about our launch. So if anybody of you are theater fans, or you have children, or if you're a college student wanting to pursue New York or Broadway, definitely check it out. Our website is up, and you can take our free quiz to find out what role you were born to play and get on our email list to
Oh, that's
continue.
fun. And I'll be sure to add the link to that website in on YouTube when I post your interview or whatever, so that
I
everybody can go right to it and find that information also. So
Thank you.
fun. So fun. I love that my shirt is matching.
Totally. We didn't discuss
We
it.
didn't plan it. I actually grew up doing theater in myself, and I had a scholarship for drama in college. So I've done some acting and things as well when I was younger. And I was the one who chose, well, I'm afraid to move to New York or LA by myself. So I didn't, but I did live where you recently visited, Wilmington.
Aha.
And I saw your post when you and Nathan went with Joy for the
Yes.
Azalea Festival, which I used to attend every year. I haven't been in a while. I'm 3 hours away now, but I go pretty often to visit. I lived there for a decade, and I love Wilmington. It is still my home. I went there for college at UNC Wilmington, and it's called Hollywood East because there's a lot of film production there. Of course, One Tree Hill was
Yep.
filmed there, but so many other things. And when Joy was, doing all the pictures and everything for the Azalea Queen, I thought at that point, again, I guess it was foreshadowing because I had not even thought about the podcast. But I was like, Laura needs to be an
Oh,
Azalea Queen. I
oh
love Joy, but I think you need to be one too because I feel
my
like
God.
you are the epitome of style and grace. And I think you would make a great Azalea Queen. And I'm really not trying to just like blow sunshine.
Thank you.
I really thought that when I saw you there. I'm like, Joy is so wonderful. And I'm glad she's the Azalea Queen, because she spent so many years there. But I think Laura would make an
Absolutely.
amazing queen also. So maybe. maybe someday they'll call you next.
Thank you for saying that again. We did have a glorious time there. It was really, really special to get to support Joy. And for those of you that don't know, Wilmington like chooses a like female kind of celebrity or someone of influence or someone that's been giving back and creating a platform that way to represent the Azalea Festival and be the queen of the Azalea Festival. So Joy is a dear friend of mine and she invited us to attend and to be her guest. So I got to participate like in the parade and be her kind of sidekick at all of the things.
All
And
the VIP things.
I mean, talk about fashion.
Oh,
It's
yes.
like people wear the hats, the fascinators, that every event has a different
Yes.
it. Like it was very
Serious
special to
business.
me. So if that door were to ever open, I would probably leap at it because just getting to I'm not from the South. I'm from Minnesota. So I
Mhm.
was part of that like Southern culture of like things like that. And so I felt like I was at home. I was like, I belong here. I'd
Yes.
never been to something like that.
We'll adopt you. I'm actually a North Carolina native. You can probably tell in my accent.
Yeah.
So yeah, and yeah, it's we adopt you. We welcome you as part of the South now. You're one of us. And I saw, and you also hang out with several other actresses in the Tennessee area that I'm familiar with. One of them, Erin Cahill.
Yes.
So I had a book of mine adapted for a Hallmark Channel movie that came out last year, Autumn at Apple Hill. Okay, yay, my plug. And Erin portrayed my lead character, Elise. And I saw a picture recently. It was like a group of all of you somewhere. It may have been from a little while back, but you were both in the picture. And I've seen, pictures of you with like Alicia Witt and Danica McKellar. And so I think it's great that all of you sort of in that like Hallmark, Great American Family world and everything are all friends and hang out too. I think that's special that you've got, your local friends you've made, but also your, actress friends that you can talk about the industry with. And because I know it's a challenging time for work in the industry too.
Totally. It's pretty incredible how many of us have moved to the Nashville area and we all just kind of found each other because it is a tight-knit community. And it's great to be like, we're all friends and we get to see each other every once in a while and cheer each other on. And yeah, and they're all just so kind, just incredible women, so down to earth, so talented, so supportive of one another. It's been really, really beautiful to
Yeah.
find
And you
that.
need to write a book too. Like, Joy has her Dinner for Vampires, which is
Yeah.
amazing. We need a book because you've got some things to say too. So we'd like to one day read your book.
I appreciate you planting that seed. I've had a few people say that before, so I've never done anything like that. And so the idea is brewing in the back of my brain, and I think there will be a time when that becomes a reality. So I'll keep stewing on that. Thanks.
Yeah. That's something to just keep in your mind and you'll know when the time is right. And I think you have a lot of things to say and share that you'll do with as usual style and grace. And we'll all look forward to that.
Thank you. Do you know author Karen Kingsbury?
Yes.
So she lives here in Nashville as well and has become a dear friend. And she's
Oh,
now making her books into movies too. But Karen has said the same thing, and she has mentored so many young writers and stuff. So I know enjoy again. Like I know there are people around who have kind of continued to feed that into me too. So
yeah. Yeah. We're
when
all
did you?
rooting for you on that.
Thank you. When did you become a writer? Is that like that's what you've been doing forever?
No, I was a teacher for many years,
Huh?
and then I moved into marketing, and eventually it was always kind of in the back of my mind. I was like, I always wanted to do something creative, and when I decided I wasn't going to pursue acting as an adult, past a few little fun things I did, I said, okay, I was watching Hallmark movies, and back in 2016. I said, okay, I've dabbled in writing before. I used to have like always get A's on my essays and all the good things. And, math, no, English class, yay, So one day I just started writing and I wrote a Christmas novella and I followed it with Autumn at Apple Hill. I write a lot of seasonal themed
Aha, yes.
And
Lends
yes,
itself well to Hallmark movies.
yes, exactly. That was I was like, wouldn't it be great if one day I could turn these into movies? And I honestly, when I started writing, didn't think that would be an option because I chose the independent path because my books are shorter and I just wanted to have my own say on my writing. I wanted to be in full control of the cover, what I wanted to say, what I didn't want to say. And I knew my books would be shorter and it would be such a long, long journey to try to get traditionally published. So
Mhm.
I just said, I don't have to do it that way. I'm going to do it my way. So I went the indie route and started writing and published my first book in 2017. I have 8 books.
Amazing.
And yeah, and then a producer reached out to me a couple of years ago, and we're still in talks. There's still things being pitched,
Great.
and so fingers crossed. And
Yes,
yeah, I've actually talked with people at Hallmark and Great American Family in the past. So, I support all the networks
me
who
too.
create great content.
Yep.
And I just, I'm like, everybody needs to just get along and stop trying to pick one or the other. And I will say that any day.
I get it.
I think, I think there's room for everyone, especially when there's not a lot of networks left that are providing good quality content. And if I find something on Hallmark that I love, great. If I find something on Great American or Up TV that I love, great.
Yep.
I'm like, look, it's a hard time in the industry. I hear that from a lot of people I talk with.
Yeah.
So be happy that there's content there.
I'm like, work is work, and the opportunity again to get to do what we love with people that we love is a gift. Every job is a gift.
Yeah, I remember one time someone did say something to you when you were doing a movie, your first one for Great American, and you said, I'm just happy to work with any network. And that's what I want people to understand. Hey, just be happy to get to see our favorite actresses and actors anywhere, wherever they are. Just be happy that they have the work and that they're bringing us content. So, and I think some of that has gone away now. And I'm hoping that people are now just realizing they don't have to pick. We can like them all.
Right.
It
I think it's a miracle too that any movie gets made. And I think
is. It really
if
is.
you never made one, growing up on the stage, I never was a part of that world at all till I did my first Hallmark movie. And I felt like a fish out of water because I was like, I know how to be on the stage. I've never led a movie before. And I didn't audition. The character had to sing. So I got a straight offer because a producer friend that was on it knew who I was from New York. And the director just said yes because she knew who I was miraculously. And I like, you realize how many people it takes to make a movie happen. The credits at the end of the movie, that's real. Like all
Yeah.
of those people work to make this thing come to life. And it's oftentimes very expensive and long hours. And it just takes, and so many years of development before the thing can actually even get made. And the fact that, Hallmark and Great American are like pumping out content and continuing to put new movies out into the
Yeah.
world, a huge feat that should be applauded, no matter what, because it really does
Yeah.
take a village and a miracle to make a movie happen.
It really does. And someone did message me when she saw that you were going to be on my podcast and said she hoped to see you in a Christmas movie this year. So I follow the segues where they lead me. I know she's like, but she's so busy. And I'm like, yeah, she is really busy. Do you have anything you can share with us that you may be filming this year?
Thank you for asking. This is I mean, as of now, knock on wood, this is the first year in a while that I have not done a Christmas movie. So I have thankfully been doing concerts and have had a lot of other gigs and traveling, like we talked about. So I will miss it this year, but hopefully another movie is around the corner.
That's right. That's right. We're all cheering for you that something else comes along quickly because we want to see you on our screen and we want to see you in a lead role on our screen.
Thank you, Angie. I appreciate that. I would love that too. They really are just a joy to make. I have loved every single experience, and it's just so fun to celebrate Christmas year round because a lot of them film in the summer
Yeah.
or like fall, and then like and then the Christmas movies start in October, on these networks. And so you're promoting and celebrating the movies, throughout the October, November, and then actual Christmas is in December. So you just feel like it literally is Christmas half the year
Yeah.
on a year to make a movie. And I don't complain about that.
Yeah. And let's see, how many Christmas movies have you made? Tahoe. Let me see what I can name. Christmas in Tahoe. I'm gonna name one and then you
Oh,
name.
okay. Okay.
Let's
Go
see,
for it.
Christmas in Tahoe. You name one now. Oh, let's
Okay.
take turns.
One Royal Holiday.
Little Women's Christmas.
Yeah, that very good. A Dash of Christmas.
And oh yeah, that's right. I
There's
remember.
one
And
more.
it's the really good one. Homecoming.
Oh, wow, Angie, good job.
That was the first. That's because that's with Michael's team. With
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Oh,
with
that was
Bassett Hale, Michael Goldstein, and Alex Koska's team, right?
and Stephen Hazar was my co-star. We had a really good time on that one too. That one was really fun.
Yeah, because
Um,
I'm talking with them too. So I didn't really, that just kind of came on. But yeah,
oh
I'm
my gosh,
talking
well,
with their
tell
team.
them hi.
I
Tell them
will, I
hello.
will. And yeah,
And then
so
I've done three that are not Christmas. So yes, those are the five Christmas ones, and then Raise a Glass to Love that we
mhm,
talked about, the wine one,
yes,
and then In the Key of Love, which was a spring movie, and then Just in Time, which I did for
just
Great
in
American,
time.
which was Easter, really beautiful
Yeah,
film.
I saw In the Key of Love pop up last night because I went to Hallmark Plus to go back and look. And I was like, oh, I didn't see that one. So that's on my list to watch.
That
But
was, that was my very first one. That was the first one
yeah,
I did. So yeah.
and then I did see, I will tell you, I haven't seen Little Women's Christmas. I haven't seen that one yet. I didn't have Great American Family last year because I was doing like I have YouTube TV and I had Hallmark Plus, so I didn't go with the friendly route to get them. So I didn't see that one that year, but I did see Just in Time, and that was very different
Hmm.
for the network, but it was an amazing story. I can understand it, and I think a lot of women can relate to it,
Yeah, for sure. It's a story that isn't told very often.
and it was great.
Thank you. Thank you. It was probably the most kind of deep, like meaningful. It wasn't just two people falling in love at Christmas, which
Yeah,
is great. I really love those movies too.
yeah.
But it's about a couple struggling with infertility and a woman kind of needing to let go of control and find faith and believe in something, more firm and substantial in her life. And it was really an honor to get to be part of it. Candace Cameron Bure produced it. And so she was on set every day. And so getting to know her even more and I have so much respect for her was a really incredible experience. It was freezing. We filmed in January and it was definitely like snowing and 30 degrees every day.
Were
So
you in
that
Vancouver
a
for
lot of my
that?
memories are attributed to that. What's that?
Yeah. Were you in Vancouver for that one?
Yeah, Vancouver Island. Yeah.
Oof, fur.
I know.
Yeah, that it was really good. I really enjoyed that one too. I will say, although I loved it, I love the deepness. I still say, out of all of them, my favorite is still Raise a Glass of Love. I think because, like you said, the two of you got to play a little bit off of each other, and it wasn't quite so rigid with stick to every single line. And I just felt like it was great and I loved it. But all of them are great. So we
Thanks.
want to see even more coming from you.
And
So,
you too.
oh, thank you. And
Yeah.
so, what is it like for you living in Tennessee now versus living in New York? What are you enjoying most about being in Tennessee?
Oh my goodness, we love it. The pace of life is so much more manageable. Like we loved New York when we were there. Totally felt called there, loved the lifestyle. I was living my dream. But I think there was like a constant like anxiety in my heart, but I didn't know any different. It was you're running on the hamster wheel 24/7. And coming here, I was like, oh, this is what peace feels like. We found incredible community here, like almost immediately. Very down to earth people who are very grounded, who challenge me to be better, who don't care about what I've done, who don't identify me by that. They identify me by my heart and
Mhm.
character. And it's been really, really wonderful. And we have space. We lived in a 650 square foot apartment for years. And now we have a home, and it's with a yard, and like I can do my own laundry. I have a garbage disposal. I have a dishwasher, all of those things that we didn't even have in New York for 15 years. Um,
Wow.
enjoying suburban life.
Yeah, yeah. It's just funny because some of the things is like you don't know you miss it, if you don't have it as much, but once you have it, you're like, oh wow, this is just, I just feel so nice. It just feels lovely having all these things that I can do, and I can walk outside and I can hear birds,
Yep.
and I don't have to go to Central Park
Sharks.
to hear them.
Yes. And like we have a car, and like I can go to the grocery store, and like we have a Costco membership. Like we could only ever buy, 2 bags of groceries at a time because that's all our refrigerator in New York, closet could
Yeah.
hold. And now it's, oh, there's just, we can buy in bulk and can store things. It really is the little things. Like we didn't have a dishwasher. I washed dishes for 15 years,
Yeah.
and like it was great. Again, it was great. But there's just, now we're at a point in our life where our priorities have shifted, and the lifestyle here is
Yeah.
really one.
And you're
And
moving into a new phase of life. And, it's just, it's different. This is, a different era for you. And that we all go through different phases in our lives. And so this is your new era in Tennessee. And it doesn't take away from the magical era that you've had before. It
thank you.
only adds to what's yet to come. Because,
Exactly. I have no regrets. I'm like, I got to do it. And maybe my path will lead me back there someday, but we know we're supposed to be here right now. And
that's
there's a
right.
lot of people moving here. And as you said too, there's a lot brewing in Nashville, both in the arts and in the film world, and hopefully in the theatrical world
That's
soon as
right.
well. So we're
That's right.
excited.
You're going to continue to do amazing things, and people also can learn a lot from you, which is why they need to sign up for your classes for sure. It'll be fun, 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 fun.
Thank
And if you don't mind, I'm going to wrap up with a few little kind of rapid fire questions.
you.
And so, okay, if a character you'd like to bring to life on stage that you haven't.
Marion Peru in The Music Man.
Oh, yeah,
Dream.
that's a good one.
Or Eliza Doolittle in My
Oh
Fair
yeah,
Lady.
yeah. This, and I have some really random ones too. Okay, chicken or fish?
Chicken.
I like to ask random things.
I love it. Bring it. I'm here for it.
A decade you'd like to spend a weekend if you could go back in time.
Oh. My brain immediately thought the 20s, like the roaring 20s.
Mhm.
That sounds fun.
Yes, I love the flapper costume, flapper dresses or whatever. I
Yeah.
love, yeah.
Yeah. The beads and the fringe and the Great
Mhm.
Gatsby. That'd
Yeah, the
be,
whole
I would do
speakeasy
that.
life. Yeah. Yeah, we'll stay away from the gangsters and stuff, but we always
Totally.
look at the good stuff. Because I lived in
Exactly.
the 50s before, and I was like, well, we're not trying to get all into, the negative stuff of every decade. It's always just the fun stuff, like the fashion, the clothes, the
There you
music,
go.
stuff like that.
That's it.
The 20s is my second favorite. So yeah, I love that. Wine or like a fruity cocktail drink?
Fruity cocktail drink. I'm totally a margarita girl.
Yeah,
I will take a glass of wine, every once in a while for sure. But if cocktail's an option,
yeah.
I'll go for
Your favorite genre of music to listen to?
Ooh, I have to say, for the majority of my life, I only listened to musical theater. Moving to Nashville has really expanded my music taste. I do like country music. I really do like country music. I like where country music is now. I feel like it's very vast. There's like pop country and like kind of rocker country, and it's not just as twangy as like the genre used to be.
And your
But
song Getaway it feels like a pop country to me. And it's still in my head because I put up I used that song for your little promo on my
the
Instagram page.
promo, I noticed that. Thank you.
And so I've got that in my head because I remember when you put up that video and I was like, look how cute she is. She's having a good time in Tennessee.
Yeah, I've released 12 original songs in the last, 3 years since moving to Nashville. So, it's been cool to get to dip my toe in that realm of creativity as well and share my heart through original songs.
Yeah.
Um,
And you
but
have
yeah,
a new one
also,
too now, right?
what's that?
you have another new song out too, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
I just released one like a month ago called Maybe It Is.
that's
It's
so
very,
beautiful.
it's really beautiful. If I do say so, it is really, it's very beautiful. It's about like the flutters of first love.
I was gonna say all could think was the butterflies, and it was just so
Yeah.
pretty, and I
Yeah.
love it.
So I've also really loved artists like Sarah Bareilles and
Hmm.
like Nora Jones, a little more kind of, you know,
I love
still,
it.
I feel like strong story, great songwriting,
Yeah.
um, but like it's fun to sing along to stuff.
Yeah. And I listen to a lot of older stuff because like I have Sirius XM. So I find that I have my station on like 90s and early 2000s pop more than I do like some of the newer stuff that's out.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it just depends on my mood, but I like a little bit of everything. But I think if you're going to live in Nashville, you have to like a little bit of country. It's like a
You
rite of
do.
passage. Where if
It
you
is
don't
everywhere.
tell anyone.
Exactly. It is everywhere. Like all, all the restaurants and things down on Broadway, which is the main drag in Nashville, is definitely full country. But it is expanding here. There is even last night, my new musical theater night, there's a lot of writers in town, great storytellers in town who are bringing all kinds of music here. So
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah. Have you performed at Bluebird?
I haven't. I
Okay.
have not done that yet. And I mean, the Opry, I mean, it would be a bucket list thing to get to do that at some
You
point.
need to go to Bluebird too. Well, you could be in Grand Ole Opry too, but definitely I saw Joy went performed at Bluebird, and I hear that's a big thing too. So maybe that'll put that on your little list of things you want to
Exactly.
do, and we'll
Exactly.
manifest it to happen. We're putting it out there, so we'll see what
Thank you.
God has in store for you. And who is someone you'd like to work with for a TV movie that you haven't yet?
Oh gosh. Hmm.
And in
I
this conversation, they work with any network. It doesn't matter. So
totally.
it could be anywhere.
I might have to get back to you on that one. I feel like again, know more of like the theater actors that I've gotten to work with, where it's like, oh yeah, do you have one? Do you have a dream matchup
For
for
you?
Laura?
Yes. Let's see. Who would I put you with? Well, first of all, I could see you in an adaptation of two of my books, either Be Mine and Valentine, because she is like a manager of a coffee shop, but she is secretly a singer. She moonlights. She sings at the Bold Brew Coffee House.
Wouldn't that be a joy? That
So
would be
that's
so
the
fun.
yeah, that one, or Spring in Lilac Glen with the whole butterflies and Southern style. Because I just kind of see you. I told you we're adopting you into the South. Who
Totally.
would I put
After
you
the
with?
Azalea Fest, I was like, there needs to be a Hallmark movie about this.
I know I could see you with Andrew Walker. That's
Oh
someone I see you
yeah.
with.
That he would be great.
Yeah,
I've got to meet him a couple times, and again, have had so many friends who have been in movies with him. So
yeah, and I hear that he's really, really giving and great to work with. So I would like to see that pair up. I think the two of you would feed off of each other well and be given some leeway, like with Juan Pablo, to just kind
so
of, you know, play off the characters of what you think they might would do and say that may go a little bit off script, but make it even better. Because in the end, that's what we want. We want
it makes it authentic. You know what I mean? There's an
yes.
authenticity that you that like kind of brings the words off the page even more and brings the characters really to
Yeah.
life. So
Because when people
I
are
love that.
writing
I would
them,
work with Andrew any day.
yeah, and when people are writing them, whether it's the book or the script or what have you, it's a little different when you're there and you're face to face with your co-star and there's something that comes to you that feels natural to say,
Yeah.
something natural and organic in that moment. And I just think go for it. It's just,
Yeah.
hopefully a director will say, just ad lib a little bit if you want to. It's okay. We're all okay.
Yeah, totally. Well, when you have great actors too that you can trust to
Yeah.
do that, sometimes it goes hand in hand. Everybody has to feel safe and comfortable and able to, fly.
Yeah.
I actually just thought of one. So my friend Matthew Morrison is a fellow Broadway star, did that Paris movie with Jen Lilly a couple years ago.
Yes.
He lives here, and we haven't done a thing together yet. But he is a part of Stagecraft, by the way. He's coaching
Oh,
a triple threat class in Stagecraft,
oh,
but he would
cool.
be really fun to do a Hallmark movie with.
Well, all the more reason to do a movie with him. I was just thinking, I'm like, who else is a singer? Um,
Go.
who?
He sings Matt Morrison.
Yeah, Matt Morrison. Yeah, I think He's great. He reminds me of someone else, and it'll come to me one day. When I
Really?
saw him, I saw all Jen's little behind the scenes posts and videos with him, and they were so funny. They seem to have a really good banter and chemistry for that movie. So we're gonna go with that too. Andrew and Matthew, I think both. So there we go. We got two movies. Give
I'll take
one.
it. Great.
Yeah, we'll give the Bold Brew to Matthew, and we'll bring him in and let him sing too. And then you and Andrew can do the Spring and Lila Glen. It's
Fabulous.
happening.
Again.
And the last one is, since we're ending summer, do you prefer to go to the beach or the lake?
Ooh. Oh man, I've had fabulous memories at both. Being from Minnesota, there's very much a lake culture there. My husband is great at all the water sports and we, do the boat thing and that's really fun. But I think overall, I think I have to say beach because then that usually means it's a little more of a destination
Yeah.
that we're going to and hopefully the weather is warm,
Yeah.
sun is shining on the sand, etc.
Yeah. Okay. I love that. I ask the most random questions, but I think they're fun because they're not necessarily the same ones that everyone asks. So
Totally.
people feel like they're getting to know a little more about you. So
Absolutely.
as we wrap this up, Laura, before you get ready to travel again, if there's one thing you wanted to say to your fans, what would it be?
Oh my goodness. Um,
You're the first one I've asked this.
yeah, I guess like my mind doesn't go to like, here's my advice. My mind goes to like, thank you. Thank you for loyally supporting us, for watching our movies, for following, for downloading my music, for, all for just that loyal support of showing up. We can't do what we do without people that want to follow along and appreciate it and buy tickets or subscribe or, show up to concerts and things like that. So we are very, very grateful for the loyal fans that follow along and care about what we're doing and what we're creating and the art that we're putting out into the world. So that's what I would say. Thank
I
you.
love that. And I need to ask that question more often. It just honestly just came to me as we were wrapping up. I'm like, I'm going to ask her that because I knew that your response would be very genuine and authentic. And it's true because when you said fans, I could tell what you mean is family,
Yeah,
extended family, that the fans are like an extended family because with and friends because without them, like Wes Brown said recently, without those fans who feel like you're part of the world you're in, you don't what do you have? It's like he's like, I don't know what a day is like now to not be recognized. It feels nice
oh,
to have that, but I don't take it just with a grain of salt as far as being humble about it,
sure.
that it's something that I appreciate. And that's what you said is very meaningful and people will appreciate that when they listen to this video.
I hope so. And it's so rewarding to be able to make an impact in people's lives, to run into someone that's like, oh my gosh, I saw you in that Broadway show and it inspired me to want to audition for my school play, or oh, I've watched you in this movies and it got me through a hard time in my life, or I listened to your song and it really resonated with me.
Yeah.
And that's when my heart explodes and I go like, okay, like that's why we're doing this. Like, yes, I love what I do but when it can impact people and inspire and influence, like that's what really makes my heart leap and goes like, this is worth it. So
Oh,
thank
I
you.
love that. I love everything about that answer. Thank you again so much, Laura, for taking the time to come on and chat with me for Southern Fast Chats. You've been a doll just like I knew you would be, and I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. And thanks again. Good luck, everybody.
Thanks.